Dementia. Dementia is a collective term used to describe various symptoms of cognitive decline, such as forgetfulness. It is a symptom of several underlying diseases and brain disorders. Dementia is not a single disease in itself, but a general term to describe symptoms of impairment of memory, communication, and thinking. Alzheimer's being the most common cause of dementia.
Everywhere at the End of Time, created by James Leland Kirby, also known as The Caretaker, is a series divided by 6 albums. The audio series uses samples of musical pieces from the 1920s and 1940s, and samples genres such as big band, as well as ballroom music. Each album, called Stages and Everywhere at the End of Time, are auditory representations of the further decline into dementia, and ending it off fully with the death of Kirby's alias known as The Caretaker. These albums were basically the send-off for the entirety of a 20-year moniker under Kirby's name.
Friday Night Funkin' is a free-to-play, open-source rhythm game released on November 1st of 2020 on Newgrounds, created by Ninja Muffin 99. What do these two have in common? Absolutely nothing. That is until... Everywhere at the End of Funk is a community-made alternative universe of the Friday Night Funkin' story that is heavily based on Everywhere at the End of Time. Starring out as a mod released on Game Banana, released on March 12th, including some songs from the albums, only going up to week 3, some edited UI, and some edited dialogue, and having the girlfriend be removed entirely, leading to a majority of theories of her absence. Everywhere at the End of Funk has the protagonist, the boyfriend, suffer through stages of dementia, affecting the gameplay. The tutorial stage features the song It's Just a Burning Memory from the Stage 1 album. The stage also has an entirely new background featuring the album covers, and the arrows are now drained of color. Several other mods have been made by other creators to go along with the mod, including an alternative version of Bo Peep Bo, Spookies, Pico, Satan Panties, and the entirety of Week 6 with added dialogue. As of the time of writing this, there is no alternative version of Week's 5 songs, or anything involving Lemon Demon. Week 1 through 3 is what you would expect. Distorted versions of the songs, with distorted versions of the characters. The notes have also been arranged a bit with the boyfriend having fewer notes on his turn to show him forgetting. Week 4 being the same, but I feel was more impactful on the beginning note. I want to inform and to remind people that Alzheimer's patients are in fact able to remember their favorite songs. Week 6 has 2 versions. The first being a normal game with no sprite changes and edited dialogue, nor was the music or chart modified. A recent version has edited sprites and remixed music, though it makes some questionable revisions and takes such as the boyfriend remembering. The other parts of the community also make comics based around the AU. A personal favorite of mine being the comic where BF meets Witty. made by BeRandomNow on Instagram. A thing I noticed with these comics is that they're taken seriously, or at least a majority of them are. I haven't seen any piece of fan art as of now that really makes fun or is just insensitive about the topic at hand. There's been some feud over whether Everywhere at the End of Funk is made to mock and or meme on Everywhere at the End of Time. Me and a few others don't see it that way, and I'm sure others don't, but I can totally understand why people wouldn't enjoy the odd mix of a trendy music-heavy indie game and a 6-hour auditory dementia simulator. Then again, some strange crossovers happens with a lot of fandoms, so take that however you will.
When it comes to the Friday Night Funkin' mod Everywhere at the End of Funk, I absolutely think that it is a very creative mod in the process, that it will open Kirby's music to a whole new genre of people, and not to mention now they're just taking their own original music and they're forming it into something bigger and better that was simply just a, test mod and everything like that. But at the end of the day, I don't like the people who are romanticizing dementia. Those people, I just don't understand what the appeal is, and I don't think that it is a right thing to do. It is one of those things that needs to be taken very seriously, just as the same goes for Everywhere at the End of Time. These projects are really personal to Kirby and really personal to a lot of people, and romanticizing a mental illness, or rather a mental issue such as dementia in the first place, is not a good thing to do, because that is just absolutely disgusting, because, they can't remember and everything like that. So, to the people that are making Everywhere at the End of Funk, I seriously hope you all have a fantastic time in your creation with it, and really, it's a really good and in-depth mod, and I think that you all are doing a fantastic job. But to those people who are just, role-playing dementia, or romanticizing dementia, or just making jokes about dementia in the first place, I really just don't see the appeal, and I hope you understand that one of these days, that this stuff just isn't really funny. With that being said, have a fantastic day. I'll see you later.
In conclusion, I think Everywhere at the End of Funk is not only an interesting mod, but is also a good way to get people into the works of the Caretaker. Of course, it's at a price. Hopefully you now have some more knowledge on the subject, and I've learned something new about not only FNF, but EATEOT as well.